This week's Torah portion is Moshe telling the Jewish people about their entry into the land of Israel and the warnings he provides for them of what they need to do once they conquer the land. And there's a whole slew of things: to take away their temples of worship, make sure that you don't have still inhabiting your environment those soothsayers and fortune tellers. And it seems so detailed. And I always used to wonder, you're going to conquer the land, you're going to be in control. What is Moses so worried that not only do you have to be able to take control of the land over the people, why do you have to ensure to clean up that there's no remnant of anything that could possibly bring people back to their former state? And I think that these lessons from 3,300 years ago is so telling today. We have a land that we are technically in control over. But what we didn't do was to eradicate the land of those sources of influence that it would ultimately come back to bite the Jewish people. So you may be a military control over an area, but when you allow an educational system to still survive within your own very boundaries of your own land, it may not work right away. But over time and over years, when there is an educational system that breeds hate and has those very citizens in the land reading and seeing pictures and books that really demonize you, after a certain amount of time, they are no longer just institutions. They become places that will breed and raise an enemy again. So Israel, while we were happy to take in others and didn't force people out of our country, we were not careful of ridding the country of the negativity, of the potential environment that would once again educate a generation of, in the days of old, of idol worshippers, fortune tellers, but in today's day and age, of people that once again hate the Jewish people. So where's the salvation? And the salvation is in us recognizing that we have only to depend on ourselves. You know, in the whole big world, we always thought that if we have one or two powerful friends, it doesn't matter if everyone else is an enemy. But we're slowly realizing that we have less friends than we once believed. Even those closest to us are beginning to see us as the perpetrators, the aggressors, and somehow are just never happy at just having what we have. So God tells us that ultimately we have no one to be afraid of. And there's no one that's going to help. And all you have to do is rely on Hashem. Listen to his advice. Not only do you have to have control over the people, you have to have control over the environment. It's called Eretz HaKodesh, the Holy Land, for a reason. That not only must it be inhabited by holy people, the buildings, the institutions, the businesses, everything must reflect the holiness of the land. Now, you don't change a culture overnight, but we certainly have had the eternity of time, not without its sacrifices not without its damage. But we're going to be here for a very long time. And we can slowly turn the wheel of misfortune in the direction of fortune. The most important thing, though, is that while we wake up in the morning and think no one likes us, it's important that at least we know that our fellow Jews like each other. Have a good Shabbos.